All right, welcome back to the Frondoze Show on MB Radio. I want to say this before I bring Big Dre back. I appreciate um, MB Radio for allowing me to have this military talk show on their platform. I interviewed with them probably about 2021 on the show. I forgot how I even found the platform, and had a great episode. And they offered me to come here and have my platform and have my show. And I have quite a few, as you saw in the commercials. I have quite a few talk shows, and I have basketball teams. I have a nonprofit for sickle cell trait awareness. I'm working with EQ Athletics to teach emotional intelligence and hydration and sickle cell trait talks to middle school students and elementary school students. I work with Caldwell Williams on the LBI Solutions as his curricular trainer. I speak at church. I speak at my cousin's church for Youth Sunday. Yeah, if you look in my life from the outside in, you would say, man, that dude is busy. And I'm going to tell you this, I appreciate it because I had to remove the word busy from my life because it made me feel like I didn't have time for anything. Right. And so as a child, as a basketball player, as a person who played basketball, and then an identity comes into a soldier for 24 years, my brain is wired to do a lot of things at one time. We don't call it multitasking. You got to be able to function at a high up tempo mindset to be in the military, whether what no matter what branch you're in, right? And so I appreciate those of you who care, and I don't know if that's a compliment that says I'm busy, um, but what I want to tell you is you didn't see when I was in depression and anxiety and despair and wanted to take my life when I thought that my life was over. So what you see today is a product of me figuring out my what's next in my life and coming out of that depression and coming out of that anxiety to find what my new identity was going to be, or even start peeling off those identities. And so this platform on MBR, giving veterans a voice, like 14 years ago, I'd stumbled upon internet radio on Blog Talk 14 years ago. So what you see that I'm up to in life is something that it is an aspect of who I get to be. It's not what I do. These talk shows that I have on the various days of the week are a part of my life. They're part of my schedule. They're part of who I get to be in life. And guess what? Most of those conversations are across the board the same talks, the same topics that I talk from, right? And so I appreciate y'all, and I love the opportunity to be here and have those multiple shows. Each one of those shows an expression of Farron. Each one of those shows are expression of what I care about, that what matters to me, and in what I feel that's important into the world that maybe doesn't get addressed. But I want you to know that this microphone that you see right here, God used that to give me something to attach myself to save my life. So that depression, that anxiety, yeah, I have to manage it. But I remove one of those of the willingness to die. Like, I don't want to die. Like, I felt life was over, but do I want to die? No. I found something to give my life to. I gave my life to this country for 24 years. Now I'm giving my life to Christ. And yeah, I'm up to a lot of stuff and I enjoy it, and I'm not busy. I have lots of time because I create my time. And that's one thing I want my veteran community to understand. My therapist had told me this before, and in the midst of it, I didn't get it. But he told me you have to scale your life back. And I'm like, I don't want to scale my life back. No, I want to play ball. You can't play ball like you used to. You can't exercise. You can't do the things like you used to before your injury. But my mind didn't want to see that. My mind didn't understand that. But what I'm telling you is, I'm sharing is we have to figure out what's my relationship to time. What's your relationship to time? What's your perception of time? How do you view time? If you view time as not enough time, then you can cause anxiety today. If you live in the future of uncertainty, then you can experience anxiety right now, and your mind is already in the future that you can't control. So yes, I laugh and I have fun and we talk, but there are people's lives at stake. The veterans take their life one every 65 minutes. And a platform like this allows veterans to come here nervous like I was 14 years ago. I'm still nervous today. I don't have it all figured out. It might look like this is my first time on the air because I have no ego in this. I'm very humble. I want to have a conversation of things that matter, and it comes out how it comes. Especially when you do a live talk show, it's gonna go down how it go down. The camera might freeze, whatever. We got to make it work. If you want to be live, I can pre-record it and make it all pretty for you and post it. But this is real, and I don't edit my shows either. Go back 14 years, those shows come out how they come out. And so for my brothers and sisters on this platform of MB Radio, I want to say I appreciate y'all for the courage that it takes to come on this platform and share your story and interview people and figure it out on the court. Because for some of us, life was over. For some of us, I was 10 minutes away from taking my life. And a 10-minute conversation like this could save someone's life. So we don't take these for granted. On the spiritual aspect of it, you know, I appreciate God for blessing me to have this conversation, to give me what I'm talking to you from my mother's womb. That sickle cell trait, I was born with that sickle cell trait, inherited, and almost died from that gene. But here I am, speaking from it, educating others so that they may have an opportunity to understand what's going on with their body, right? So I appreciate y'all for listening in. I got a bunch of shows for at Ferran Dozier if you want to catch them. But this is who I get to be. This is not what I do. This is a part of my life, and I appreciate Big Dre, who is also a broadcaster on the side too. And he sees the vision. He caught the vision. I caught his vision, and here we are moving this thing forward. Shouts out to Ilya Daily. Man, Ilya Daily's been with me since 2015. We always at LA Talk Live. Back, let me tell you, LA Talk Live had shows with cameras in 2006 before there was called podcasts. That's LA Talk Live. We had cameras. We had Live 365. We was playing music, paying royalties. I had a 4-hour show at LA Talk Live. I mean, we had fun at LA Talk Live. But I want you to know that the veterans that you have on this platform, on MB Radio, we're all working out our traumas from whatever they come from. And all of us are looking for that what's next. And finding this microphone and a place to share our stories is very important, and we don't take it lightly. All right. Shouts out to MB Radio, Ferran Dozier Show, Trench Talk